Good afternoon. Before I begin what had been the purpose of this press conference, I want to say a word. Here in our city. We have suffered another loss in the city family. A 25-year veteran of the LAPD, police officer Philip Sudario, has passed away today due to complications from COVID. Officer Sudario was, as I mentioned, a tremendously important part of the LAPD, where he served all of us in our community for well over 2 decades. And his passing is a reminder of how dangerous this virus can be, and underscores the importance of taking every precaution we can to protect both ourselves and our loved ones and our friends and neighbors. I want to say that our hearts go out to Officer Sudario's family, and that all of us in the city family are mourning his loss. Now, let me commence what had been the purpose of this press conference today. We have been, in the city of Los Angeles, far from immune to a national trend that is deeply disturbing. There has been a wave, an escalation of gun violence across the United States. And here in Los Angeles, just in the first 2 weeks of this year, we have seen 59 people be shot, principally in South Los Angeles. And we need to do something about it. The statistics are pretty horrifying, and I want to elaborate. In 2020, total homicides in the city of Los Angeles were up 36%. And gang violence, gang-related homicides, were up more than 40%. So this is a challenge that we need to be confronting head-on. Every neighborhood in our city deserves to be safe, and we need collectively to be taking every form of action we can to assure that that's true. And so today, I want to announce a step that our office is taking in the wake of these horrible escalations in violence. Today, I'm announcing that we're filing a lawsuit against the owners of a property in South Los Angeles that has been the epicenter of gun violence in a neighborhood where no one should have to live this way. This location is an apartment building. There were 2 homicides perpetrated through gun violence last month on 2 consecutive nights. And this is just part of an ongoing trend at this location. There was a previous homicide there, and there were previous arrests for gun possession against the law, for gun assaults, and for drug sales. We filed this lawsuit against 2 individuals, Winston Yaw and Vanek Chin. They're the owners of this 6-unit property. I want to underscore again, the focus of the efforts of our office in cases like this is on the property and the community in which it's located. And this property is only 450 feet from an elementary school, from the KIPP Primary Academy there. The owners were placed on notice of problems at this property a year ago. Our office and LAPD met with the owners because we could see that there were the signs of very serious issues at this property, and we urged the owners to take steps to abate what has in fact turned out to be a real escalation in violence there. We're seeking an injunction. And the injunction we seek would include multiple components. We're trying to create physical changes at this property to make it safe. We want a professional management company at this property. We want state licensed security at this property. We want to assure that the access to this property is carefully determined to assure that people who don't belong there aren't there. We want to assure there's better lighting and video cameras at this location as well. These are all ingredients that we've employed in many other circumstances where there's been similar outbreaks of violence, and we've been able to transform locations that have been the epicenters of gun violence and other dangers into a property that's actually not a source of problem for the neighborhood at all. We hope to be able to do so again here. I want to add some texture to what this case is about. I mentioned there were 2 shootings that resulted in 2 people being killed at this property last month. So on one night in December, on December 9th, There's a 25-year-old man at this property. He's an alleged member of the family Swan Bloods. That's a gang, and he was there standing with his brother. We allege that two rival gang members drove up to that location, and they accosted him, and they shot him. With 6 rounds, he bled to death at the scene. His brother escaped unharmed. The next night, on December 10th, there was a vigil being held by about 100 people. We allege that these were Swan gang members who were locating at this property, and they were commemorating the life and mourning the death of this individual, when we allege another rival gang came up to the scene and fired again and again and again and again at that property. A woman, a 28-year-old woman, died at the scene as a result of that gunfire. To give you a sense of what it's like to live in this neighborhood when this kind of activity occurs, police recovered 80 rounds in just the course of that 48-hour period that were fired in and around that scene, back and forth. Now, I want to say that if I were a resident of a neighborhood like this, I would demand that our city do something about it. Every resident in every neighborhood of our city deserves safety. As I underscored, in South Los Angeles right now, people are not safe enough. Gun violence is too pervasive. It's not right. So our office believes that we can take steps like this one to help make communities safer. And to give you a sense of the context in which that happens, we have filed 149 lawsuits like this since I became city attorney in 2013. We've achieved 309 injunctions and recovered more than $2.8 million worth of penalties as a result of those actions. But the most important thing I want to say about those actions is we've made neighborhoods safer. And I'm very proud of that work, and I'm very proud of our team for doing that. I want to underscore there are things that residents can do. I know that people who live in neighborhoods where gun violence is a daily reality are scared. They're not only scared of the gun violence, they're scared of what might happen to them if they report their crimes, the crimes that they see in their neighborhoods. But I want to say our office has made it easy to anonymously report when there are properties like this in your neighborhood. You can do it online at lacityattorney.org, or you can do it by calling 213-978-8340, 213-978-8340. Either way, we can protect you from being outed, from your name being disclosed, and you can be doing a service to a neighborhood that desperately needs all of us in the community to come together so that kids, families, all of us are feeling legitimately safe where we live, where we work, where we go to school every day. So having said that, I would like to introduce a vital partner in this effort. LAPD is absolutely essential to the collaboration that enables us to bring litigation like this and achieve the results we receive. And so today we have with us Deputy Chief Regina Scott. She's in charge of operations for South Bureau. And Chief Scott, as I said, it's always a privilege to be with you. Let Rob come over and clean up the microphone, and then you're on, okay? Thank you.
All right, thank you. And I'll keep my remarks brief because I believe the city attorney really said it all. But I do want to thank the city attorney, Feuer, and his prosecutors for the commitment in holding these apartment owners accountable. You know, our efforts and success from the past reduction of violent crimes, we know that we can't do this alone and that it takes a collective effort, and that it requires law enforcement, our state and federal, and our local government, also the community members and our stakeholders, to work together to prevent crime activity. And then every instance, we are committed with working with the community and stakeholders to prevent crime and the reduction of violent crime. But when property owners pursue greed over safety, that we have to take action. And I just want to thank the city attorney for the action that they've taken. 2 lives were lost in a matter of a couple of days. And since that time, we're talking 1 building with 6 units accounting for 3 homicides, 10 assaults with deadly weapon, 27 arrests were made in and around that location, and 77 calls for service, radio calls at that location. This is something that has to be done. And I will urge you, as I say my last statement, is that we can't do this alone. Arresting our way is not going to get us out of that we require the community. And I want to thank the community for stepping up, because if we don't, who will? And if not now, then when? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chief Scott, not just for your words, but for your incredible dedication to a department that has benefited enormously from your leadership. Thank you very much. And I want to just elaborate for a second on something that Chief Scott just said. She alluded to the fact, and I often get asked questions like this when we announce actions like this, why aren't arrests enough? Why do you need this civil litigation? And the answer is because it's one thing to react after the fact at a scene with an arrest. But typically when that happens, something bad has happened. In this case, some tragedies have happened. If we can change the physical conditions at properties like this, change the way they are managed, we can prevent a problem in the first place, lighten the load on LAPD, most importantly, assure an ongoing, sustainable level of safety and security at locations like this. I want to say a few words in Spanish. Before I do, I always want to thank our colleagues at LA Cityview, Channel 35, for being such tremendous partners in enabling us to convey to the community some very important lessons about what's happening in the city. And I always want to thank our ASL translator, Arlene Navarez. Again, thank you so much. We always embarrass her by requiring her to say how great she is, but she does it herself. So thank you very much. All right. Now, I'm going to say a few words in Spanish, and then I'm more than happy to take any questions. You can direct them to Rob Wilcox, who's in charge of community education and outreach, and he'll be monitoring any questions that you wish to offer. So now, ahora en español. En Los Ángeles, hemos visto un aumento de los homicidios con armas de fuego. El sur de Los Ángeles tuvo 59 víctimas de disparo en las primeras 2 semanas del 2021, en comparación con 7 en la misma temporada del año pasado. En el 2020, el número de homicidios en la ciudad de Los Ángeles aumentó 36% más que el año anterior. Homicidios relacionados con pandillas, en particular, aumentaron un 41%. Un 41%. La violencia armada no es una nueva crisis, pero el reciente escalada es inquietante. Mi oficina, una y otra vez, ha tomado medidas contra los dueños de propiedades que están plagadas de armas y violencia de pandillas. Hoy anunció nuestra última demanda contra los dueños de un volátil complejo de apartamentos en el sur de Los Ángeles, donde ocurrieron 2 brutales asesinatos relacionados con pandillas en 2 noches consecutivas el mes pasado. Un homicidio separado y arrestos por asaltos con armas, posesión de armas y ventas de drogas ocurrieron anteriormente en esta propiedad. Estamos buscando que el edificio de apartamentos sea declarado una molestia pública y una multitud de mejoras en su administración y arreglos físicos, así como la búsqueda de sanciones y costas civiles. El edificio está aproximadamente 450 pies de una escuela. Necesitamos enfrentarnos de frente a la escalada de violencia armada. Esta demanda tiene como objetivo hacer que los dueños de este edificio intensifican su actividad, aumentan la seguridad y evitan de que sea el imán de la bala como la fue. Okay, Rob, questions?
No, we're good. We're all set.
All right. I want to thank you very much for your attention today. Again, Chief Scott, thank you very much for your leadership. Arlene, again, thank you, and thank you to our friends at LA Cityview Channel 35. Good luck. Stay healthy. Stay safe.